Hello, everyone. Welcome back to We Are Heroes. I am your game master, and it is my honor and duty to tell stories with these wonderful people. And I'm going to go ahead. I will save my the channel's announcements to the very end. So I'll go ahead and let these wonderful people introduce themselves to you, and I will start. We'll start with Diachromaniac today.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me on social media I may or may not use at Dichromaniac. And um yeah, that's I'm playing Hannah, and she is interested to see where all of this goes, and hopefully they didn't get caught and it wasn't super obvious when apparently we were all calling each other by our actual names in the middle of a very public battle. But yay, happy to be back.
All right, next up, Small Shadow Snack.
Hi, I'm Ari. I am here routinely, as always, to annoy Ree, and this is my life now. But I am playing Rowan tonight, who is lots of fun. But you can find me at Small Shadow Snack on Twitter, which may or may not implode on New Year, but you never know.
Sure. Sir Monolith, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm at Sir Monolith on Twitter and Blue Sky. Not up to a whole lot there, but you can usually find me here causing trouble for Ree.
Last but certainly not least, Kira.
Hi, I'm Kira858, and I'm playing Cammy, aka Kid Fury, as they were trying to say out loud before the name constantly get all out for in the middle of action last episode. But it's okay, it's fine. They probably will forget about it. It's perfectly fine. I hope none of those names being called out was recorded for quality purposes. And I'll say my announcements towards the end of the stream. But that's me.
All right, and now that our cast has been introduced, it is time for us to return to the world of We Are Heroes, a world where a group of teenagers have just conducted what can only be described as a miracle. Our four heroes arrived on the scene of what was a massive gas main explosion. The street had been torn asunder, and through some impressive collaboration and interesting decision making, they performed miracles that prevented there from being any loss of life. After a narrow escape from the media and news crews, they found themselves regrouping at, I believe, was it Rowan or Mindy's house that you all were going to?
I went back to my house.
And you all are regrouping at Mindy's house. It has been about 2 hours since the event. Any of you who are more inclined to the social medias have been seeing images and videos of yourselves being shared throughout all of the internet, from we'll say every social media instead of naming any particular ones are getting sued. So far, your disguises have worked. No one has seemed to make any connections to your real identities. There is some videos of your escape, but by that time, everyone seemed to have been turning their attention to loved ones and to the oncoming emergency vehicles. So that you all have a quiet moment to breathe, what would you like to do?
What are they saying about us? What are they saying?
I like to breathe, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm flipping through various things flipping through a couple different social platforms. Like, hey, like this. So, like, yeah, like we're here, and there's this video here, and they got this picture here. Rowan, Mindy, this one, I don't know, maybe it's a good angle. I just thought this one looked really good. Of Rowan, where you were doing that thing, and then Mindy, here's one of the ambulance. That one looks really cool. And Cammy, look here. Here's you holding up the building. Like, that's really awesome.
Are they saying nice things about us?
Overall, the mood online seems to be positive. Your extra efforts to secure everyone's safety and to recover more than a few items that people needed from their vehicles has further endeared you with the community. You do see there are a few different news stations that have been airing the clips almost on repeat for the last hour or so. More than a few of them have begun having people talk about it. You find that overall people are congratulating you, though there have been attempts to explain your abilities. Some people, you see one person is describing them as the beginnings of a electronic or bioelectronic revolution. There has been a tech company that has already started to take a bit of credit for your actions. But overall, you are being well received.
Is this tech company related to Medicorp?
Doing a cursory Google, you don't think so. They don't seem to have anything public connecting the two companies. You know that Medicorp is primarily a medicinal company, whereas this organization, which I will type in to the chat for you, you know that it's called Italos, which I would say for those of you, I would say all of you have been in school long enough, realize that it is a modification of Talos, the ancient Greek builder and electronic. And from what you've seen, there are no connections, but there have definitely been, and you see that the spokesperson for them never directly takes credit for what you all. They never say that they've created you all, but they are drawing some interesting comparisons with things they have been working on and what you all were able to do, especially Kemi's particular feat of strength.
Want to
His
bet?
particular set of skills.
Want to bet it's a shell company of some sort?
A shell company? What is a shell company?
So you know you've seen those dolls that kind of like rest inside of each other, like those little Russian nesting dolls?
Yes.
Yeah, basically that's that. So like one company is tied to a different company, but they don't want to put it in their name, so they put it in a different company's name, but like they're still secretly attached to it, kind of like that, like little nesting dolls.
Oh. So who would be this shell company?
Probably Medicorp.
Oh.
Possibly, of course. You know, there's no confirmation online. Still
Allegedly.
suspicious. Allegedly.
So do we investigate? Wait, what were the description or videos or images showed by Talos saying that there's some similarity? Was there like feats of strength that was shown from their clips? Like what were they displaying?
No, but you do see that they are showing a number of what seem to be not quite equipable, but wearable metal, almost prosthetics that can be used to modify physical strength. They do not show anything that I would say that Cammy thinks would be able to duplicate what they did, but it is very clear that they are drawing comparisons by showing, you know, things that can be equipped onto someone's arm to increase their ability to lift things or to pull things further. In one particular situation, which you're a bit curious as to how they would have had this ready in time, but you see a demonstration of a person using what looks to be like almost a exoskeleton to pull looks to be like a large truck behind them as they are moving across a floor in this kind of a studio like environment. But I would say, as all of you have seen what Cammy can do, you do not think that it is equivalent to Cammy's strength, but it does lend credence that you all may be affiliated with them.
What? What is this? They got like suits that do the same thing. Did Mikeba say anything about like making suits?
I don't think she did, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're just trying to explain it away quick and easy.
Hmm. That's a good point. Yeah, probably just trying to like. I mean, obviously makes them look good, right? Uh, don't waste a good tragedy, or I don't know, I heard something somewhere on some stupid website. But like, yeah, I mean, obviously somebody's got to take credit, and why not them to be like, hey, look at all the people we saved. And I mean, if we come out and say otherwise, then they know who we are. So,
Or they'd
and
be
I
more
don't know.
interested in looking for us.
I guess it. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but maybe if we're out in the public, like it's better. I don't know. A lot more questions, I guess. Ugh, my mom's gonna have so many questions.
Why would she have questions? She doesn't know that you're the one who did it. You even made a copy of yourself back in your room.
Yeah, but like if we all come out and are like, "Hey, it's us," then again,
Oh yeah, but I thought you were keeping our identity a secret.
yeah, ideally, I think everybody would like to remain hip hop anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to tell my mom about it. That just seems like, extra stress and worry that she doesn't need. And then, if someone asks her, then she would have to lie about it, and maybe she wouldn't lie about it, or maybe she'd be like really worried, and maybe she would think it would be a good idea to take us to Medicorp because they could maybe fix it or something. I don't, but no, I think we should definitely keep it secret. And I don't know about this company though.
I think we should investigate this company because it seems kind of weird for them to have this equipment out of the blue, and they weren't even around back when the explosion took place back at the zoo. Like, how would they go from that like near being near non-existent to suddenly showing up with the prosthetic exosuits?
Well, I mean, they don't always tell. Maybe they were just developing it and like they weren't ready to share it, and maybe now is a good excuse to pretend like they have it working. I don't know.
Probably trying to get those military contracts.
Hmm.
But could it even make sense? Maybe Medicorp is like one side of the branch, and then there's the Italos is the other side. So therefore, they got Medicorp who like, oh, we're not doing anything bad, and we're all about being nice and just trying to do nice things for the public. And then you have Italos that's like, we create exosuits that's going to send our 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 military suits that can stop buildings all across the world, so therefore you can have an army of people who could create exosuits. So it's like a buy one get one free special. That's my guess. But I was wondering if we could investigate.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to search. Can I Google this company on my phone and see if there's anybody? See if I can find any. Just sort of like, is there a name of like a CEO or like board of directors, or on the bottom like owned by such and such, or something?
Yes. So if you are only interested in publicly available information, you will not have to roll for that. You do find the website, and you do say that the current CEO, the current owner of the company, is a man named Isaiah Bradley.
What?
We can't investigate a Captain America. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we got okay. Intelligence is perfectly fine with us.
Automatic good
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligence is perfectly fine with us.
Yeah,
Perfectly
yeah,
fine.
no.
Do I-
You tell us
They-
they're
they-
good guys. Can we get like talk to them and be friends?
Yeah, exactly. Like we need to get involved in their secret serum.
It is not the same. It is not the same person. It's not
Hello,
the same
Homelander.
person.
No,
But,
no, don't do that to me.
but what if
Go ahead.
but what if we wanted to look into the not so public information?
You are welcome to make a roll for that.
Haha! I would like to make a roll.
It will be based on your intelligence, and if you have any skill relating into research, I guess I'll allow journalism to work for this. And I will say, just roll the dice and add 3 to represent the skill, and we'll see what information you get.
So just roll the d20.
Yeah, D20 and then add 3 for your journalism skill.
Grand total of 5, because this dice hates me. You are going straight in the bin. Where is my dice jail? And memento.
Well, you are aware that the company exists. I would say you do know the company is more famous for... They're more famous for kind of the eccentric nature of their CEO than they are for the things they create. You don't think they do military-related things. They're more into like supply side, economics, kind of shipping, things like that. Not really military stuff. Though you haven't seen anything like that.
I don't see anything military. Evidently, their CEO is a little eccentric. But like, which CEO is not eccentric?
Right? This is rich people. Oh, all crazy.
How buff is he? Does he look like he can lift like 600 pounds?
Pulling up a photo of Isaiah Bradley, the CEO of eTelos.
Is he one of the orders lifting up 600 pounds?
You do not think he could lift 600 pounds. He does seem to be pretty physically fit though. Definitely not bodybuilder, more of like more of an all-arounder kind of approach to it. I would say based on his build, you think maybe a professional fighter or boxer or something like that. Not a weightlifter.
Whatever it is, he did not skip leg day.
Professional
Showing
bench
the
pro.
photo.
Interesting.
Well, I kind of like that he doesn't do a lot of, military stuff. And is he like good eccentric? Like, is he good eccentric or bad eccentric? Like, eccentric in a way that like hurts other people, or just sort of eccentric in a way that he doesn't act like other rich people?
It's very difficult to define good.
Game Master, what is
eccentric.
the most eccentric thing that is listed about him? The most commonly known.
He's like, how do I describe good?
Like, is he really like
Does he sacrifice children for
does he like
fun?
spend his vacations like building like Habitat for Humanity homes, or is he like trying to spend several $1 billion to buy a social media website so he can fill it with Nazis and burn it to the ground? Like what kind of are we talking about here?
Trying to go into space. Like, what's our limit? What's our limit of eccentric?
Based on your role and publicly available information, I would say he's a bit of a mixed bag of an individual. He is very much known for doing things his own way, something that has both allowed him to benefit many other people. You know that it is a small portion of his overall work, but he has done a lot of work for helping people who had mobility issues and things like that. His work does allow people to move different parts of their body or just kind of resume a better standard of life. However, you also know that he is someone who is very clear that he believes he is a wonderful person. And that is something that, depending on who you are, is either a very good thing about him or the most insufferable thing about him. So it is up to you whether or not you think that is a good eccentric or a bad eccentric person.
Now, question. I have another question. Since we are looking into the public availability of information on this man, what do the tabloids say?
Oh.
Get a hot
So,
goss.
you find
What does TMZ say?
You find that the tabloids are oddly okay with him. You find that unlike most people, he spends a lot of time allowing the more tabloid and more rumor-based media into his life, but he has managed to turn that into a net positive. He is very much, he does a lot of a day in the life of stop content, which has allowed him to take things that would have been bad rumors, different things about being very promiscuous, but instead of turning them as negative, they almost paint him as the ideal rich person. He He is the equivalent of Keeping Up with the Kardashians in this version of events. In that sense.
You mentioned he, the tabloids sort of focus on this promiscuity. What is the average age gap between him and his preferred romantic partners? Are we talking about like a Leonardo DiCaprio situation, or is he like a little bit more like within his own age range there?
You think it's pretty close to his own
how-
age.
How old is he? This is he?
But he's about just 29.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
I mean,
he's young.
Yeah, he's young. Yeah, I mean that's what I was like. We didn't really know his age. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had Isaiah Bradley in my head, so I was like, oh, like,
Oh,
like,
like,
like I had him like as a much
yeah.
older person, but
That's true. That's true. Good point. Is there any articles or communication either via the public or dark internet that has any communication or interactions between Darius Miles and Isaiah Bradley?
Who's he following on Twitter and Instagram?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they
I
following
would
each other? Are
say
they tweeting
you
each
will
other?
need to make another roll to probe into this particular bit of information. So roll me a D.
Okay.
I mean, any one of you can make the roll. It is up to you. But roll me a D20, and then if you are doing good rolling, you may add 3 for your journalism skill.
Excellent.
Can I provide an asset since I was yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. You can
I
add,
would add-
another 3, so it'll be add total of 6.
16.
Okay. And that's with the 6 added to it?
Yes.
All right. So doing a bit of research, you do find that Darius and Isaiah have cooperated before. You do find that it tends to be a very short-lived partnership when they do, as for every bit of the kind of calm and collected in Darius, there is a very clear two people attempting to kind of hog the same spotlight, where it's very clear that the two are able to get along, but it's almost like having too many chefs in the kitchen. But they do not have any outward or direct issues with one another, from what you're able to find.
Well, it looks like they've worked together in the past, but you know how rich people get when you, trying to decide whose name goes first. But
I don't
like-
know what that means. I live in a shit.
You know how in a school project you always try and figure out whose name goes first?
No, all of our names going on there.
Some people want their names to be first, and they think that's really important, and they make a
Why?
big deal out about it.
So you got to realize Cammy's poor. They don't understand this concept, so you got to break it down. Why would they care about going first? What does that mean? Like, what does that give them? They go first.
You know how you guys always line up to like walk everywhere, and someone's always line leader?
Oh,
Yeah, they always want to be line leader.
always. That's a lot of extra work. Is that a bad thing?
Well, I mean, when somebody else also wants to be line leader.
Oh, they don't want to share.
Yeah, basically.
Oh. Wow, I'm learning so much from you all. Or at this time. So do you think Isaiah may help us out with this? So think about it this way. If I'm understanding it correctly, they both want to be line leader. They both work together where they have to. But if they don't want to, they would prefer to be the person in the spot. We know Darius Miles is evil juju. Because we know what he's doing in Medicorp. We don't know what Italis is. But Italis, if they're a good company, may want to remove the competition. So it could be possible that we could go to Talus and see if they would like to work with us in getting rid of Medicorp. Do you think that may be interesting?
I mean, I think it's worth at least going and poking around. We could break in like we did with Medicorp.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, wait, isn't that how we ended up in space?
Well, they
Yeah, but
should
we're
have.
back, right?
They should have another rock. If there was somehow two rocks, I think Mikaba would have told us.
Or should we work on getting the rock back first?
I mean, I think they're gonna put that rock on lockdown.
That's true. But, and also, what would obtaining the rock really do? Like, they can't really do anything with it because according to reports, anyone who tries to get close to it, well, there's problems. So at least right now, the rock is kind of safe because no one can really touch it.
Unless they figure out how to change that.
We have all the way up to the most recent tapes, right? Like none of the tapes seems to indicate that there's been any progress in terms of duplicating what we could do, right?
No, none of the tapes seem to think what has happened to y'all is even possible.
Well, maybe that's a later project then, or I don't know. What do you guys want to do next?
Well, I think the more we can have allies with us, the better. Cause I'm still a kid. I'm not really sure how to really take down a full-blown corporation. I mean, it's true. I could try to pick up and throw the building, but then I think I would go to jail. So I think if we wanted to get rid of Medicorp, we could use another corporation to help take them down. Cause I think it'd be easier if another corporation go after them. Right? Or am I wrong?
Mindy, what do you think?
I think we have no idea how to leverage another corporation to destroy another corporation. But I like to learn new things.
Well, I know your mom does a bunch of big businessy stuff. Would she know? Could you ask her? I mean, you have to tell her that's what we're trying to do. Make it like for a project like for the newspaper. You know, corporate takeovers. Yay, capitalism. I don't know.
So, Mom, I'm doing a research paper on how, one company might try to do bad stuff to another company, like smear them or whatever. I make them look bad. I don't know, all sorts of basically all the bad things like companies might try to dirty, underhanded stuff they might do to each other. Like how do they do that? This is really important, so I need all the information for my research paper. It's a big deal. It's a big part of my grade.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, perfect.
Sounds reasonable to me.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
My favorite phrase. Always my favorite phrase is what's the worst that can happen. Destruction.
So have you all decided what you want to do?
So it sounds like Minnie's going to be calling her mom regarding how if her mom provides any information of corporate takeover, and then from there are we heading over to Talos? Is that the goal?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a good plan to me. I'm down.
Okay, so we'll start with Mindy. So you wish to discuss corporate espionage and takeover with your parents.
Yeah,
that's
like I
cool.
said, it's a school project, right?
Dinner conversation.
They told us to. We got assigned random topics in class, and this is the one. And I'm like, I know nothing about this. I need some guidance.
Very specific topic for teenager, but sure, sure. So what I will say, you are very much lying. So this would be up. Let's put this at difficulty.
How's it
There's no.
lying?
You all
I mean-
haven't been to school for like a week. And the last time you were in school, there was a field trip to a zoo that ended in a very big catastrophic event. So, it's definitely going to be a lie. I'm going to put this. I'll be merciful and put it at a difficulty 4. However, I believe you still have an inability in pleasant social interactions. So that will boost it.
Come on.
You are very bad. at doing this.
Well,
Even my
You are
parents
very
hate me.
bad at this. You're not the best. You're not the best.
16,
You're not
17,
the
did you-
best at communicating and lying to your parents, and that's really the issue here. So that's gonna boost it up to difficulty 5. So you're gonna need a 15 or better on the D20.
Oh,
It's okay.
Oh,
It's
roll
okay.
20.
I'm sure roll 20's got this.
Oh, roll 20.
Come on, roll 20.
Are you gonna use any effort? I mean, are you gonna give yourself
It's
some?
true. It's true. It's an intelligence thing. So I do have.
Yes, it's gonna be intelligence.
I do have the ability to use a little bit of. I can edge it a little bit.
I can't believe he has an inability to talk to his mom. Talk to her mom. Like that is a low blow.
It's all pleasant social interactions. I'm gonna tell you.
What if it's an unpleasant social interaction?
Well, it'll really be the same difficulty ultimately. It's very hard to be unpleasant while asking for something.
You're like, listen here, bitch. I need some information. I need it now. Oh, sorry, mom.
Sorry, mom.
And you're grounded.
Hey, you're grounded.
All right.
Forever. So yeah, I'll use my edge to put in a level of effort, I guess, to bring it down by 1.
All right. So 1 level of effort will cost you 3 points. So you only want to do 1 level of effort or 2?
Yeah, 1's fine.
All right. So 3 minus your edge should be 1 point from your intellect pool.
Yep. And then
And
so that
now the
brings the
difficulty
target
is
to what?
4. 12. 12 or better.
13.
Oh, yay!
Okay.
Roll 20.
It's a good thing we put in
So-
the effort, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Talk
place
to your
the phone
mom.
call.
I would never.
And you catch your mother as she is in the middle of driving, and you can hear the turn signal as she puts you up on the car's audio. And you do your best. You give your best. You give your best pleasant voice. Your best attempt at customer service, which is markedly better than normal, but could still use some works. And well, Mindy, it is a very specific thing to be researching, but it is possible to do. Usually, it is depending on the company in question. You could do social media pressure. That is very common amongst younger people these days. Oh, or you could do paying for support amongst the legislation to get those things passed. What is the exact nature of the research assignment? Is this for an economic course, a political course?
Yeah, no, it was for an economics class. It was like they were giving us a bunch of different topics on to do research on, and they had us kind of like pick out of a hat, so that we wouldn't be able to we weren't supposed to be able to choose exactly what it was. We were supposed to kind of get it at random so that we would maybe not be as prepared for it. I guess they think it'll make us learn more or something. So yeah, this is what I got, and it was just all encompassing, about, hey, write a paper on like all the terrible things that companies, all kinds of terrible behavior that companies engage in, trying to like drag each other down, being like playing dirty and that kind of stuff. Not necessarily like not necessarily to be illegal, right? Because there's plenty of stuff that you can do within the bounds of the law that you know may not be super nice, right?
Alright, well, I suppose that does make some sense. Right. Well, I don't have time to go into too many details now, but I am going to send you a PDF. If you don't get it from an economic perspective, it should be enough for you to do some research to at least get you started. I assume you haven't waited until the last moment to begin your research?
Of course not, Mom. You know me better than that.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, we can speak about this when I get home. Check your email. I will take care of it for you.
Okay, thanks, Mom. Love you.
You as well.
Bye.
So what I will say is, you can count this as an asset on an appropriate check. And a check where such information will help you.
Most detached mother ever.
Yep. A PDF? Like, wouldn't even come by and visit, be like, hey, let me help you with your homework. Like, I'll send it to you via email. I'll see you this weekend, and specifically at 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Let me book in my Outlook calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
You're gonna have to
shocked
book
that
me.
we didn't get a PowerPoint of like.
That's not what she said. No, that's what she said.
That's hilarious. Secretly in New York. Okay, well, at least we got some information that's going to help. All right. Rowan or Hannah, is there any way you can pull up any blueprints of Italos?
I'll level with you. Finding like a house is easy. The corporations tend to keep those very hush hush.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to start for something like that.
here's
I
a
mean-
question. Here's a question. So we're kind of famous, right? Well, our costume selves is famous. Do you think if we dressed up in our costumes and come by and be like, hey, can you tell us a bit about your place to give us a walk around the location? It'll be easier to do, or would it be easier to just sneak in as civilians?
Probably sneak in because I feel like if we show up in our corporation or in our costumes, that's like a one-way ticket to like jail or something.
I
What?
I have an
Corporate
idea.
holding facility. What?
What if we set up like an Instagram or other social media account for ourselves, one that Isaiah Bradley uses a lot, and we made like a dummy account for us, like the Four Horsemen, and we took a selfie of us and sent Isaiah a direct message and see if he would want to talk to us. That we'd be in the costumes, and then he could see it, and then maybe he would reach back out, and we could avoid maybe getting arrested again for the first time.
Definitely the first time.
It felt like almost being arrested a lot, and I didn't like that feeling.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a smart idea.
Mindy, do you want to set it up?
I think Hannah's on the right track. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
Okay. So, you all want to set up, I will say, setting up the social media profile is not difficult. But if you wish to draw attention, there will be a role for that. If you have any skills ratings like photography, videography, anything like that, and I will say, since you all do have the powers in question, you all will have an asset to reduce the difficulty. We'll see. You have to make it convincing. It could be any skill in the cyber system for whatever.
Oh, really? I was like, is there a skill for like photography or like a skill for like social media? Like I
Just make a
don't
skill.
think I've
You
ever
can just
seen that
make
in
a
a
skill
book.
for anything you want. You just make it. There's no limit to the skills. Pleasant social interaction isn't in the book either, but Mindy doesn't have it. So if you have any appropriate, I will say the base difficulty for this is going to be well, we'll say it's a 3 since you have the powers. So it'll be a 3 to make a good social media account and make it look convincing. So what you gonna do? Who's gonna roll?
And our asset knocks it down to a 2.
It's.
Yes, 6.
I mean, say it's a
A 6 or higher. I think out of character, I think Ari and I normally have the best luck when it comes to dice rolls. So I think we should.
Yeah,
Try
fine with me. Okay.
I think we let Ari take care of it just because
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We got
Yeah.
this.
If it's an intelligence roll, I can always
Yeah, because
push it
Mindy's
too.
good. Mindy's good with intelligence too. We both are.
We're brainy.
We're brainy.
Brainy.
Smart.
That's
Smart, wicked smart.
Smart. Mindy, do you want to try it or?
I
You would have
can.
trust roll 20 or
I mean, I can do it. I'm just asking first.
I'm okay either way.
Okay.
I have no investment in this.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll roll.
Yes.
Look for 6 or higher. 13.
All right. So so which one of you are all of you going to demonstrate your abilities on this social media account?
I think we're all doing it. It's the asset, right? We're all.
It's up
Yeah.
to you. One of you could do it, or all 4 of you can do it. It's your show. I will say. So you are able to make the social media account with no problems. You quickly begin to gather a bit of a following. Some people believing it is real. Some people believe it is a clever use of editing and special effects. But I will say the entire attempt will take you about 2 hours. When you do receive a message, not from Isaiah himself, but from Italos, requesting a meeting with you all in 2 days.
Okay. We did it!
We got invited. We don't have to break in.
Yay! You're so smart. You're so smart. That was a genius idea.
Which in 2 days gives us a chance to, maybe fix our outfits a little bit more because like I really don't want to go in Halloween get up.
I mean, that's fair.
But it changed your costume already? Doesn't that take like a 15 to 20 issues before there's a costume change? I mean, for you it'd be like 2 hours.
This is a leotard I wore to be a cat for Halloween.
What's
I'm
wrong
thinking
with
about
that?
like going to the store and getting like a workout one, like one of those little workout onesies. Little bit airable, a little bit more breathable. I feel like I might rip this, to be honest.
Oh, we don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
That would be embarrassing if that happened, like when we were out and about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something more durable.
Something more practical because
I just want something that I want something that clones with me. You know?
Do we
need
Because carrying around extra clothes all the time is just weird.
You think
like-
if it,
You're the
think
only
of it-
superhero with a backpack full of clothes.
do you think if Talos can make exosuits, they could also make clothes that could duplicate?
I was thinking the same thing. Like if they want to, be our friends, then maybe they would help with that.
Also, what is everyone's superhero name? Because I think Rowan called me Cammy a few times when we were out, and we gotta. I don't think we should use our real name.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I go by Kid Fury. I am Kid Fury. Because I think Fury is one of the 4 horsemen. So I was like, I'll go by Kid Fury.
You mean Wrath?
Oh, close enough. Wrath is a bigger word. Fury is shorter.
Also like Nick Fury.
Yes, like Nick Fury. Yes. Oh, that works.
Hannah, what were you thinking?
I mean, I'm very good at machine things, and so I thought, I don't know. I was thinking maybe bell ringer, like your bell got rung when you get hit really hard. I don't know.
I like
Oh,
it. That's cute.
Thanks.
Yeah,
What?
they're gonna underestimate you and be like, "Oh, it's so cute," and then bam, right in the kisser.
Bell rung.
Exactly.
ding ding.
What
And
about you, Mindy?
Oh, my name is Fractal now.
Active. Oh wow.
that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope I don't lose track of the real me.
What
That
do you
that
mean?
that makes my head hurt. That's a lot. I tried thinking about it when you first started cloning yourself, and I think I just have to stop because I'm going to do nothing but think about that, and then we won't get anything else done. What about Rowan? Rowan, what about you?
Well, so I do all like the fire stuff, but I feel like Phoenix is a little overused. I was thinking Seraph, like an angel.
Oh, I I like that too. Seraph,
Yeah.
Fractal, Kid Fury. I like this. Hellraiser, we've got. I don't know. This feels good.
It feels good.
Yeah,
It feels good.
yeah, and
My
Keys is
God.
already taken.
Hmm?
So Keys is already taken, so she can't be Keys.
Keith?
Yeah, like the singer. This girl's on fire.
Oh.
Might as well have just called myself Mockingjay then.
I
I
they,
wonder if Everdeen is copyright.
I mean, I think the author would probably find that flattering, but I think the people that make the movies would probably not like that.
Yeah,
Mm.
let's not mess with the studios.
Yeah.
You never know, we might get a movie.
That's true. That's true. I mean, we are pretty cool. So
Could be on Disney Plus.
No, 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 not Disney Plus. We want higher than Disney Plus. We should aim for at least like Amazon Prime.
hmm
Okay.
HBO
Okay.
Max if we're absolutely desperate.
could be Game of Superheroes. Except less people dying everywhere.
I mean,
But then we won't have dragons.
I mean, they got the boys for that, right? My mom doesn't like me to watch that.
I told you to use my account.
We'll get canceled after like 2 episodes.
Oh, what if they put us on the CW?
oh no. I don't think I would sign that contract. I don't think I would like that.
We all know what happened with the Flash. Good the first season, trash the rest.
Would you say he was gone in a flash?
In an effort to not get us sued on Twitch today.
Okay, you can
Whoa.
mention stuff in pop culture. It's okay.
Oh, my stomach hurt.
We
I
legally
wasn't
we
ready for that
can.
next comment. I wasn't ready
We
for
would
that
not.
comment.
We would not survive the social media backlash for our comments. So now that you all have just had time to think about what you will do, what is your next step?
Rowan is going to go to like an athleisure store to see if she can't find herself a better bodysuit and maybe like some nicer boots. And that's she is off. And if anybody else needed something, she is off going to grab it as well.
Oh yeah, Cabby would ask if they could provide like a mask, so therefore they wouldn't have to worry about like a face paint, like a full on mask, like kind of like cover their face and so their eyes can be seen.
Got it. Stopping at Michael's.
Thank you.
I'll just get one of those blank ones and you can color it yourself.
Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Artistic inspection. Hannah, Mindy, need anything while I'm out?
Hmm. Do you have any like mirrored bodysuits?
I can look.
Like a disco ball.
I don't know, like a disco ball. Just like it's like you're wearing a mirror.
Don't
It's like you're
think
wearing a bunch of shiny metal. think I've seen it on TV. I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Send me a picture of it.
Okay. Probably find it on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, uh, so my superhero outfit was super basic. It was like black jeans, boots. I think I had like a too big for me, like a leather jacket and just like a nondescript like white shirt. And I think I probably had like big sunglasses on that I was like keep trying to look over but trying to hide my face. Um while I was running around helping people, just like constantly push them up or like looking over them. I mean, I could also do a mask, but like something that would stay on really well, like not like a Halloween one, but just something that would cover like eyes and face and make it just like this part, make it harder to figure out who I am. Maybe.
That's cool. I mean, like, it works for all the other superheroes, right?
So so
Like,
so
Superman
so
doesn't even wear a mask.
Just glasses.
Nobody knows who the hell he is.
He just needs glasses. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
so like a ski mask or something a little better.
It's a little better. I don't think I want it like fully covering my whole face. I think ski masks sometimes get like a
Okay,
if
you're
you're
just
wearing
gonna
them
cut.
when it's not winter, people think you're weird or possibly dangerous. It's just like something that just like goes over my eyes.
Yeah. More of a I got you rather than a gotcha, bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
how about you just come with me and we can look?
Yeah. And I can help find this mirror suit thing and find a good mask for you, Cammy. Yeah, let's go shopping together. That sounds like fun.
Ooh, shopping. Oh, such a release.
Is everybody
The
coming
last few
with?
years have been crazy.
We can all go together. Pick out. I mean, they are
Oh yeah, Cammy, we can get you some cool stuff.
yeah.
Thank you. And you just see the phrase here, just like, I'm going shopping.
Let's
Okay.
go shopping.
Are you all going shopping as you are, or do you wish to do anything first?
Back in civilian clothes.
Yeah, with civilian clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe take a shower, wipe off some dirt and stuff. I don't know.
Okay. So you all take the time to get cleaned up and changed and do something a bit more reasonable. I will say at this time you're approaching 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. But the four of you are able to make your way to any shops you so choose. I would say you all can spend a reasonable amount of money before you encounter any issues. So I will leave the narrative to the four of you as you go about shopping for what you want.
It's okay. I've got Dad's credit card just in case.
Thanks. That's really generous of you. I hope he's okay with funding our superhero team.
I mean, I very rarely go like big shopping, but he usually knows when I do it. Look, my birthday's coming up, so like this can be my birthday present for myself.
Now, just for curious, just to make sure, we're not telling anyone about this, right? Like, well, Fiona knows because she was also caught in the blast. So I guess people in school probably are already aware of some of this going on. But outside of that, like, you're not telling your mom or your dad or your cousins or anyone about this?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I mean,
My dad
I
would
love them
ground
and all,
me.
but yeah,
Do
ground.
you think Fiona would tell people?
I mean,
I- Well, why would you? I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Did we tell her not to tell anyone, or we didn't tell her anything? Well, we told her what's been going on, but I don't think we told her if we should keep it a secret or not.
Well, I would hope she would keep it a secret.
And I also don't think she knew that we were going to become a superhero team. I just think she knew about the transformation that took place. What if she got powers now? Guess we should ask.
Ooh.
We should go talk to her when we're done shopping, maybe. I mean, we have some time.
Okay,
Maybe tomorrow because it's getting late, but we could talk to her.
okay. It sounds good. Well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure, because I wasn't sure exactly who all should be in the know or not. Just because, um, that's going to involve lying, depending upon who you are. Well, no, it'll be lying for all of us. I don't have much to worry about again because again, no one's going to be really asking where I'm at. I think I'm a bit safer. But like you three, you all probably would be times where you'll be missing from your parents. Like, and your mom and your dad might be asking like where you all are and all that kind of stuff. And so I was wondering how you were going to prepare for that.
Well, I mean, we're all teenagers. Like they know we're gonna be out.
Oh, really? They don't really ask like where you are, be back by 10 or anything, or 7 or something like that?
I mean, be back by 9 on the weekdays and 11 on the weekends. But my mom's working a lot, so it's kind of more like if she comes home after those times and I'm not there, I would be in trouble. But otherwise, yeah, no, she doesn't really cry too much.
Yeah, and my mom just doesn't care.
Well, oh, she just lets you go out?
Well, I just kind of do what I only ask her if I can do every little thing that I do. Just do it.
Yep, pretty much. Dad's like, as long as I'm not going to jail, he's fine.
It's
Mm-hmm.
normal. This is a lot different from families that I see on TV. So that's why I'm like, this is very different. Like, they just let y'all do what you like. There's no, like, be back by. Like, I was always kind of assuming, like, when you have a family, like, you have to be at a dinner table by, like, 6 o'clock p.m. And you all eat dinner together. And then you have, like, this big dinner. And you talk about, like, your homework and all that kind of stuff. And, like, you sit home and you watch, like, movies and TV stuff together. And, like, from, like, 8 o'clock at night until you go to bed. But it sounds like that is not the case. None of the three. Like, you all families are very different from TV.
Well, TV's also very, very scripted.
Also, TV is not real.
That too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some families who do that, but I just know, like, my dad's always working and my mom's always out doing her socialite stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mom's always busy.
Yeah. But, maybe that's good because now we have time to do stuff like this. And I'm holding up a couple different pieces of clothing. Yeah.
Good.
We go shopping for this kind of stuff.
That's sure. I just wanted to make sure I didn't want you all getting into trouble and stuff like that. But if, as long as y'all don't get into trouble, I ain't nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as we're okay, it's okay, I guess, right?
Mhm.
We-
And also
Getting-
no jail.
No jail. And it does seem like getting grounded is kind of really low on the list of problems when you've got, evil corporate CEOs and Cthulhu and aliens and intergalactic war and fate and did she say something about a snake thing? Like, getting grounded just doesn't really seem like a problem.
When you put it like that,
I didn't think about it that way.
big
It's-
picture, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
But by the way, we were talking to Rowan, and Rowan says that we should not try to fight Cthulhu until we're like way, way stronger. Because I didn't know what Cthulhu was. It was my first time hearing about Cthulhu, because Cthulhu doesn't really come on TV. And then Rowan explained that Cthulhu is like this creature of, I think, Rowan, you said unimaginable horror? Was that the word you used?
Yes, unimaginable horror. She's just gonna Google like the stereotypical image of Cthulhu and show it.
Oh, it's a squid.
Yeah,
First
but
one pops up
really,
is like a
really
little
tall.
squishmallow version.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Hold on. She's gonna find like one of the terrifying, like where he's like
That's
super tall
Cthulhu,
and there's
not
like a little
Squidward.
person. This.
Oh. Well, that's big.
Yeah.
How could that fit in the ocean?
The ocean is very, very deep.
There's a lot down there that we don't know about. Clearly, I wouldn't have thought, monsters like that. I mean, the idea was supposed to just be in stories, but it seems like a lot of stuff that was just supposed to be stories or pretend might actually be more real. So
That's what I'm really nervous about. Because right now, we've only came across 3. Well, 4 now? The Keba, Hyperion, Apophis, and possibly Cthulhu. So I think that's a lot already on the list, which means there's probably a whole lot more out there that we don't even know where they're at. Right?
Google's a picture of Apophis to just show Cammy.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
like
there would be more. That it's certainly something. I kind of thought this was the list, but you're right. There might be more. I put down the boots I was looking at and start looking for something a little more like sturdier and waterproof. So we're gonna have to upgrade this.
What's the limit on that black card?
Yeah.
it's okay. We're as long as we're not at like Dolce and Gabbana, Dad's not gonna really care unless we're like if we're at Target or like a sporting goods store. I think I can pass that off as like cheerleading stuff.
Yeah, I want to go to an REI or like an outdoor like gear thing to look for like a really good pair of all weather heavy boots that are gonna like last forever and tolerate all of the running around and stress and possibly an underwater adventure.
Well, unfortunately, the places that would sell such boots would not also sell bodysuits, and especially not mirrored bodysuits. So you're going to have to diversify your purchasing locations.
Oh.
Have you ever been inside a Bass Pro Shop? Because I guarantee you, a Bass Pro Shop absolutely would offer all of those things.
I don't think the Bass Pro Shop offers mirrored bodysuits.
For posterity's knowledge, I'm getting on Bass Pro.
It's like the Walmart of outdoor stuff and workout stuff. They have everything.
While you all attempt to condense your shopping, I would say roll me a d20, one of you.
Okay, I'll roll one.
He was like, I must do it before.
18.
So, as you all are moving about and shopping, you catch one of the TVs that had just been playing kind of the news come on as you see people kind of stopping to listen. You see another kind of replaying of your events at the rescue earlier in the day. And as you're looking, you see that there is just a moment where Mindy is kind of appearing over with the car. And as you all are kind of rushing in, you see the video kind of freeze. And the news anchor goes, "Now, according to reports, there are people who are attempting to clarify the audio here at this point. It does appear to be a name, though no one is quite sure what is being said. But it is possible that we may have a bit more information on who our vigilante heroes are. Stay tuned and make sure to join us for the 11 o'clock news, and perhaps we'll have a bit more information for you then. And as the news report ends, a number of the people around you all begin to kind of murmur. You see a few are pulling out their cell phones to check different things on social media feeds. What are the four of you going to do?
We may have to commit an act of arson.
No!
What are we? Where and why?
Names? Oh, can we hurry up and purchase this and go just to be on the safe side?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Purchasing everything and then texting her dad. Sorry, went on a little shopping spree. Hearts.
Now, presumably this place will have a self-checkout line where you can just go, wait. You don't have to actually go through like an actual cashier.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You're able to get a self checkout, and you all are able to take care of your things. The transaction does go through. You manage to avoid spending too much. You're able to find some decent shoes, as well as the other items that you all may need. You do catch a few people giving you all kind of a weird look, but most people are a bit more consumed by their phones at the moment, and you all are free to go.
We need to keep that news station on for the entire time, because if they somehow discover a name, the secret identities isn't going to work, because they're automatically going to know our name unless we change our name.
We need to figure out where they've got the recording at.
I mean, it seems like it's all been digitized anyway. You can't, get rid of every single version of it ever.
Dang it.
Hopefully it's my name, because if it's my name, I'm in the orphanage, so I have just a random name, so they could probably just change my name out of the blue.
You know what my dad would say about that kind of talk, Hannah? That's quitter talk.
Well, also, like, our names are kind of common. Like, how many of us are going to be within the city if it's like a first name?
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Wait, Cammy is a common name?
Well, Cammy's short for, Cameron.
Cameron, yeah.
But Cammy can also be a girl's name.
True.
Oh, yeah,
Short for, like, Camilla.
Oh, okay, we're good. As long as I'm the only name. Was I the only name that got called out? I think I was the only name that got called out. So yeah, so long as it's mine, we should be fine.
Well, I mean, any of the rest of us, like, our names are ridiculously common. Like, I used to go to school with a boy named Rowan. Do you know how ridiculously uncomfortable it was when someone would say Rowan and we'd both raise our hands? It was ridiculous.
Oh.
There was another Hannah in one of my karate classes, so, that got weird too. There's lots, and I've known lots of different, not a lot of Mindys, but at least one other Mindy.
Yeah. We're not super common.
Okay. Alright, okay, I feel better. I think we should still keep it on the safe side. Just keep the news station open and
Still burn the news station down?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't want to burn down the news. I mean, like, just have it open, so therefore we can listen. So if our name is revealed, we know, like, well, okay, we know our name kind of.
It's true. And if we try to do that and like things go sideways, and we get spotted, then now we're the bad guys for some reason.
And we don't need that. That happens all the time. Like, that's how you get a James Jonah Jameson real quick. We don't need anyone being like, the Four Horsemen, and then they just yell for costume.
Do you think that, like, if this becomes a movie, can we request J.K. Simmons to be our Jameson?
Ooh.
Who is J.K.?
I think if we're famous enough and we've done enough good things that they want to make a movie about us, we could probably ask for a lot.
Well, as long as it's not HBO Max, because they're really cheap.
They also shelve movies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will never forgive them for Batgirl. She's like putting her bags in the trunk of her car.
Agreed. So I guess
Alright.
this is the first part of our contract is we vow never to use HBO Max if we get movie rights. Okay.
And maybe arson only if it's like really super extra necessary, and we know for sure that the place is full of bad stuff and bad people, and not just
Videotapes.
I'll agree with that.
I agree to those terms.
So now that you all have finished pondering, committing various crimes, and you have finished your shopping, is there anything you all wish to do with the rest of your evening?
Let's go grab lunch or dinner.
Good idea. I am starving.
Yeah, I could definitely eat dinner. Sounds like a good idea.
All right, you Cam, you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, let's go get you fed, and maybe somewhere with like a TV so we can keep an eye on the screen, and just in case something else happens.
My secret, Cammy. I'm always hungry.
Let's go. It's just like just driving to the nearest like insert generic restaurant with TV screens available.
Sure. You are able to find a restaurant easily enough. The four of you are able to find a spot to sit. It's getting late on a Sunday evening, so it is not too difficult for you to find a spot. I assume you would like to be able to see the TV. Is that correct? All right. So you all settle in. You all are able to get the food that you desire. And as you are waiting somewhat anxiously for the news to come on later in the evening, it does. And as the news reports are going through, they start by going over a bit of a repeat from earlier in the day. They go through the news, the weather, things like that. And then they cut to you all and your exploits. And you can see from that the news has primarily compiled various footages from different sources, different people. You can see that a lot of it is in different video quality. Some is being held vertically, some horizontally. You do see that as your friend, as Cammy, is going in to rescue this ambulance, you can hear the audio much louder than before. But it is not sure if the word is Cammy or Sammy that is being said. And you can hear as the anchors are discussing it. One of them seems convinced that it's Sammy. The other one's not too sure. But after they kind of discuss it for about 15 minutes, you breathe a sigh of relief as you realize your cover has not been blown just yet.
That's good. I mean, it's like one of those like Laurel versus Yanni like things where people like can't decide what they hear, and so Sammy's also a super common name, so that really, is gonna make it harder. But
I don't know what Laurel versus Yanni is, but I trust you on that one.
Everything's coming up aces.
I look for it and play it for Cammy while I'm like shoving mozzarella sticks into my mouth.
As Cammy looks for it, I will look for it up in real life because I'm actually not familiar with it.
It was an auditory version of gold dress, blue dress.
Oh, what are those?
Mm-hmm.
While you all are playing with audio and your perception of reality, as you all are finishing up your meals and getting ready to go, I'm going to do a GM intrusion on
Hell yeah.
Rowan. As you are getting back into the car, Rowan, you feel your phone vibrate. And as you check it, you see the social media account of you and your friends here, your superhero team. You see someone is commenting. However, as they are kind of going through the comments, you see them upload another version of the video. Only in this one, it has, to you, it's clearly been edited as an attempt to discredit what you all are doing. It's very clearly an exposing style video. And below it, you see a YouTube link that when you click on it, opens to a larger, almost 20-minute long video of this person going through almost frame by frame and showing people where the wires are and where this was all a stunt by Italos and others to kind of make it seem like there were people going around saving, but in reality, it was all staged. And you can see that this video is already at 25,000 views and has only been about an hour.
Well, somebody seems to think that they can point out how easily it is to pretend to be a superhero.
But there are no wires. Why are they saying there's wires? Clearly there weren't wires.
Wait, this might be okay, right? If they think that we're fake superheroes, then less likely anybody's gonna come looking for us, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like the company gets the blame; they're the ones that took the credit.
Well, that's okay. Next time we'll just show them what can't be wires.
Maybe lighting more stuff on fire. That would probably work pretty well.
Did you get a video of the teleporting ambulance? I'm wondering how he was trying to explain that away. I want the details, Ree.
Yeah, how do they explain the teleporting? Yes, how do they explain the teleporting of a vehicle?
As you are, as you are kind of zooming through and rewatching sections, Rowan, you find that this person does. They make a very convincing argument using footage from one of the older Batman movies, where they kind of show what looks to be like cars being ripped off of the street and kind of thrown through the air, only to show that it is being done with wires that are kind of suspended from the nearby buildings. And then they show very clearly that there is a momentary transition between the videos that the news is using to show what is there before the ambulance arrives and what's there afterwards. Now you all are aware that there's only a brief cut there because it was filmed by two separate people and they kind of compiled together. But without knowing that, I would say, Rowan, you find is the way that he is able to kind of combine and perceive the facts is very convincing. And he's able to kind of show how there is a momentary frame shift that could be used to explain away as an ambulance being edited in, only to then appear to be pulled apart. It is oddly convincing.
Like a flat earther, only believable.
How long ago was the account made?
You see, the count is about a year old, but this video less than an hour, I believe.
What's
an
their,
hour.
yeah, yeah. Who are they? What's their other content? Tell us everything.
You see that the rest of their videos are it's a bit of a variety of content things, ranging from showing how special effects are done in the movie industry to people going over how certain movies were filmed in real life locations but have been edited or changed to make it look like other places. How, one video of how, your downtown was turned into this movie. A lot of kind of behind the scenes of how movies work. And then this video.
What's the name of the channel?
And I will put it here for posterity. But it's this Angelcation. And you see that the person's name is Angel in education. Movie magic.
So tricky.
She's making a mental note to Google this person later and figure out if he has any ties to either Talos or even the movie industry.
Yeah, now that I find it, I'm on my phone and like showing camera. Okay, like we're gonna go here and we're gonna look here and just kind of like delving into their social media footprint, what those
Leaving notes, leaving comments on his comments with like a
what
like, we're gonna leave some comments.
what other videos, what are his other, are there other social media like accounts like.
Like, sir, you're making a lot of bold claims. I have a particular set of skills.
So, it sounds like you always should do multiple things here. If you wish to look into this person's background, you may. If you wish to respond to their comments, you may do that as well. But those will be two separate activities. What would you like to do?
All of the above?
I think Cammy just has his head on Hannah's arm, looking at her swiping through the phone as he's sipping on a soda, because this is way outside their purview. They're just like, what channels, what like movie thing, like what is this? Like what is happening right now? So they're just following the lead because this is so outside of their wheelhouse.
All right. So who was doing what? Who wants to do the research and who wants to attempt to respond to these comments in this video?
Oh, I'll respond to the comment.
Perfect, because I would not want to respond, so I will do the research and kind of put it together. Now, I have a thing where I am hindered on puzzles and problem solving with this.
Oh.
I'm going to say this is if you're just trying to find out more about who this person is, I would say it will not be a puzzle or a problem to solve. Okay. But if you're trying to find a solution for the situation you are in, that will apply.
Yeah, I just kind of want to like get the vibes on this person, like what I'm assuming their social media handle is the same across multiple platforms, or they say, hey, follow me on here, like at the end of the video, just kind of follow them there, whatever links they have on their page, or going and looking at who they follow and stuff like that, and just kind of get the general vibe on the kind of people that are part of their fan base and the kind of person that they are from their social media.
Sure. If you have any skills relating to research, you may apply it. But this will be a difficulty, I'll say difficulty 2. It's not secret knowledge.
13.
All right. So you're able to do a very simple and short search for him. I mean, you find his page, a variety of pages across multiple social medias, including his movie kind of portfolio. And you find that they were a behind the scenes movie worker. They specialized in special effects, which further can explains his knowledge on how these things work. You do not see anything that would make you think they're connected to either of the two companies, but you do see that there is a very clear time where they transitioned from working directly in movies into doing more of the online content, but you don't think they're directly related to either Medicorp or Talos.
I mean, I think they just really like movie stuff, and I think they might be a little bit bitter maybe about like doing this instead of movie things, but they seem all right.
What do they look like? Is there like a face, or like do they show their face?
Yeah, are they a VTuber? Is there
you see the earliest version of their videos had their face, and they seem to be in their early 30s. When you catch their Wikipedia page, they are not quite balding, but they are starting to lose some hair. They seem to be, you guess based on the accent, Hispanic, though you aren't too sure. And they look to be physically fit, though not athletic. They seem to be, in taking care of themselves, but not particularly strong or anything like that. And you see that outside of the questioning of your videos, the majority of their content isn't really negative. It's more of a educational kind of behind the camera type videos. But yeah, that's it. That's what you find out.
So I guess the question is going to be, are they going to keep on this road where we continue to perform acts, or is this just like a one-time ordeal where they just, they were not there to see it, so they just tried to disbelieve it and discredit it with other tactics?
I mean, he does YouTube stuff, right? So they're just always looking for something to make content out of. So, people make more videos of us. I'm sure he'll probably make more videos too, saying it's all just fake. Sooner or later, though. I mean, you can keep saying it, but
So, Mindy, do you wish to respond to in the comment section?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
All right. So, what is your goal in this? Are you trying to convince people, or are you just trying to respond? Just to type something.
Responding. Yeah,
Okay.
Mindy knows better than to try and convince people of anything online.
All right. Are you trying to be pleasant?
No, trying to be snarky.
All right. What I will say is your inability to have pleasant social interactions will help you in having negative social interactions. So, what I will say, we'll start this. It'll be at difficulty 3, then it'll reduce down to difficulty 2 with this asset.
Excellent. That's perfect.
Excellent.
And you know what? Just because Mindy is extra annoyed at Mr. Jerkface here, she's gonna push it too, and she's gonna bring it down to 1.
All right.
And gets a 7, which is fine.
Hey,
All right.
we'll take the pass.
You are able to jump into the comments and almost throwing red meat into to the animals. The comment section kind of devolves into arguing. Some are arguing in favor of you all. Some are arguing against you all. Some you catch are just arguing for the sake of arguing. They aren't really taking any consistent position. But you have managed to stoke up the comment section on this video.
Good. I mean, just more. I mean, it's good for me because it makes me feel good. It's good for him too because it's activity on his video, right? Doesn't matter if it's good comments or bad comments. So you're welcome, jerk.
All right.
Is there
Well,
something your mom's PDF told you about taking over stuff, or
Oh yeah, that I haven't had a lot of time to read it yet, but yeah, let's check it out. Let's get into it.
all
Should be
right. Well,
good.
now that you all have done quite a bit of social media interactions, I think this is where we are going to take our break for the evening. So we'll go ahead. We're going to take a little bit shorter of a break this time, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes to continue this story and to see just what our heroes are getting themselves into. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to We Are Heroes, and we are going to pick up just as we left off, as our heroes have just discovered the discourse of the internet and have chosen to add to it. So, I'll leave the story to the four of you. What would you like to do next?
Okay, so we have all the clothes now, or is there more clothes?
I'm looking for this stupid pie suit. You know, I feel like the mirror. You know, I feel like the mirrored clothing kind of like just screams, you know, Mindy.
Well,
Wait, sorry, fractal, fractal.
yeah, that. I mean, I think it's a really cool idea. Um, how and do they pack easily so you can like have a bunch for
I assume so. Yeah, because I mean, I've seen people wearing stuff like that in the movies, like right. It's just like some sort of I don't know, like s- I don't know, some sort of like stretchy bodysuit thing, and it's got like a material that has kind of like a mirror look to it, and so like I feel like it should just probably like store pretty tiny. Probably fit like at least a few in my backpack.
we could wrap you in tin foil or your clones in tin foil. That's kind of shiny.
It's a lot of extra work though.
Yeah.
Probably hot
Also,
too.
so I was kind of hoping. So, I think we did a fantastic job. Um, when we helped, but we were also kind of like doing like our own thing, and so I think we kind of like we helped out a lot in the end. Um, but I was wondering like maybe we could come up with like tag team moves that like kind of like supports our ability. Cause you know how like the Hulk and Wolverine has like the smash, the a fastball special because the Hulk is really strong and the Wolverine can just like pierce things through their things. I feel like if we come up with like moves or or team moves that kind of like works well with our abilities, we could be able to tackle tasks a bit easier. But therefore, we don't have to worry about like the wait, what happened? What happened with the ambulance? That was. I didn't know you could teleport an entire ambulance like that before.
Didn't either. It was a surprise, you know. I was just trying to get me and them out, and then it uh a little bit more happened.
Do you know how much you can teleport? Like, can you teleport this entire building?
I don't know. I haven't tried.
So again,
Although
that's
after what happened last time, I'm a little scared to try.
mm, that.
We could definitely try to practice some more.
Mm-hmm. That was I was thinking. Like, I feel like we still don't really fully know like the limits or like the full degree of our gifts per se. But I think it's kind of hard to test that. And then we also don't really have like things that like works together in like a cohesive group. I was wondering if maybe we could come up with moves that like that works to our strength. So we'd be like, okay, with this situation happens, Hannah and Cammy should go because there's a tag team move that can be done. Or Rowan and Mindy should go, or Rowan and Cammy should go, or something like that. You know, depending upon what action takes place. You
Yeah, you know, so we like push it to the limit.
know? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, because I otherwise like with that ambulance came out of nowhere, like I'm really glad that I was there, to kind of help out, but like, you know, otherwise that could have been scary.
It's true. It's true. It
Mm-hmm.
could have been scary. It could have gone very badly.
Mm-hmm. So what do y'all think?
It's a good idea. We should definitely need to experiment, right? And like figure out how our stuff works so that we're better at it, right? We don't want to just be practicing when there's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just gotta, find a good space to do that. I don't because I mean I don't want to light important things on fire if I can't control it. But Rowan, I know you can kind of control the fire a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, like you two will work really well together because you two both control fire.
Well, I think I control my own fire. I don't think I control all fire. I have not tested that out.
See? what I mean. We should test it. Like Hannah could literally create a fire, and then you could test to see if you could be able to use it.
Well, how about we don't do this in like the middle of Applebee's?
Yeah, look, I don't think we should. Um,
Okay.
we could find like a fireplace and play around with the fireplace. Because that's the place you're supposed to have fires.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
Or
we
or
could go like,
barbecue.
yeah,
Bit.
or
Yeah, that counts.
camping. We could go like, camping in the woods.
Does anyone have like a cabin that we could go to? Is there cabins in Cleveland, fam, or is it all city?
Yeah, driveways.
Yeah, like
Cleveland does have cabins.
Yeah, is there like a national park within, sort of.
Yeah. Is there like, wildlife, a place you can transition to where it's like forest and aka a cabin? Maybe like Rowan or Mindy has like a cabin located there. I don't know. I thought Cleveland was all
cabin
city, all
where
city
I
like,
go
you
to
know what I mean? Or
relax,
maybe all suburban,
my
who knows?
cabin.
I mean, I don't think my dad's gonna be very appreciative if I set his property on fire. He got really mad the one time about the curling iron.
Oh, we won't set the entire thing on fire. We're just testing it in the fireplace. So at least we can have a safe place to test the fire. And then we could also
And your dad
test
likes safety, right?
Yeah. No, he's big on safety. You've seen the alarm system at my house?
It's true. That's true. It's a pretty cool alarm system.
Safety.
Pretty sure his alarms have alarms.
Mm-hmm.
alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Mom
make
had
sure
to
nobody-
talk. Mom had to
Yeah.
talk him in about not getting the industrial, you know how usually with sprinklers they give water, but he wanted like the nice industrial one that did the foam until she pointed out it was toxic for everybody.
Ugh. Not to mention it's gonna like ruin all his stuff, right?
I
It's
know,
like, yay,
right?
we saved the house from the fire and everything's ruined.
I mean, water wouldn't be great either. That could really hurt
True.
the house.
Yeah, fire in general, like in your house, is just usually not the greatest thing.
Well, we'll fire stuff outside. We could, just a place to, work on some things. Would I
Yeah.
have, hey GM. So I know I built into my backstory that Hannah did a lot of like martial arts and stuff like that. Would I still like have access to one of those schools and places and like finagle some like after hours access?
Sure. That's fine. You can do that.
If we just wanted like a space where we could like have stuff to hit and play with and no fire, we could maybe go to the martial arts school that I've been going to. They would probably let me in after hours and not ask too many questions. Kids kind of use that space sometimes, and they know me there. I've been going for a while, so it's not like it would be weird or anything like that. If we just wanted a place that had mats and like stuff to use.
That's pretty cool.
But I thought part of the skills was to test if Rowan could be able to manipulate fire outside of. So I thought you, Hannah, was going to create the fire, and then Rowan was then going to test to see if they could manipulate the fire, right? So you would need a place that's fireproof.
Yeah, but like for yes, no, it's not fireproof. I still think we should just like find like a little fireplace or something and make like a small fire in the fireplace where fires are supposed to go. But,
Okay.
but the school doesn't have one of those there. It would just be a place to kind of move around and kick things and punch things and things that aren't fire. But I know that fire's only one thing, and we could. There's stuff you could try to teleport. I mean, it's not like ambulance big, Mindy, but there would be stuff you could try to move.
That's true. I mean, it sounds
Okay.
cool.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So, you all are looking for a place to experiment with your abilities.
Yeah,
Who
you're
is going
teenagers. I like to
first?
experiment.
Who is going first?
To look for the place or to experiment.
Well, both. It'll depending on who's going first will determine what kind of place you find or end up at.
Well, if we're looking for one of the places that like Hannah has been connected to, then I would assume Hannah would be looked for, right?
Yeah, like I would send a text message to the owner, head teacher. I would probably have contact with them somehow. I'd probably have their
Mhm.
number. Like, hi, so I have some friends that are wanting to become potential students and wanted to take a look around. And one of them, friend of mine, they're getting kind of bullied at school, and thought maybe it would be a good space to show them how to like throw a punch and stuff. Would it be okay if I grab the keys and use the space sometimes at night?
But you send a very long and wordy text message. And a few minutes later, you get a response. I can let you guys use it on the weekends for an hour or so.
That would be great. Is tonight okay?
At the moment, it's fine.
Okay. We'll come get the keys.
All right.
But did it-
So,
but-
are there any conversations you all wish to have before you begin this course of action?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, not for me anyway.
I'm just gonna kind of be like, hey, it's cool that we're using the space, and yes, it's a space that you're supposed to, it's okay to use it. Just we can't like wreck anything, okay? So just be careful and try not to wreck things. 'Cause he's a really nice guy, and I don't want to wreck it. It's a good spot. Just get
Looks at Cammy.
Yeah, I was like, well, okay, I'll try, but that means I won't be able to really test anything because then, like, you see when I pick up stuff breaks. So that's okay. Then I just, if that's the case, it'd probably be safer for me just to watch you all do it here. That's the kind of reason why I was thinking of like the woods or like the cabin area because not too many people are going to notice if a tree breaks down.
that's a good point, and we can only use this for like an hour at a time. So, it could be good for getting. I mean, Kami, I know I showed you how to throw a punch, but it could be good, practice for that. Mindy, Rowan, do you guys know how to like punch and kick things? I know that's not really like the most of what you do, but if you wanted help learning, I could try to help teach you.
I mean, I know how to roughly throw a punch.
I could try to throw. I don't. Yeah, I've never. I mean, outside of the time you taught me how to throw a punch, I definitely haven't tried throwing a punch since I changed. That's for sure. I wonder if everyone else could throw a punch really strong. Yeah, I guess we can see how it works. Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
practice is always good. I don't spend a lot of time fighting, so
Well, I mean, because also we don't really know. Because what we discovered is that Hannah doesn't really lift heavy things. But if you punch something, it flies like 500 feet. So it could be possible that Rowan and Mindy, you two are the same. Because I think you two tried to lift something heavy, but it didn't work. But it still could be that you can really punch something and it flies like 500 feet. We don't really know.
We could
that
try.
is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Only one way to find out, right?
Yes. Because then we would know how much we would need to hold back if we have to fight against someone. Like, well, I think there's a big difference between if you fight like a security guard that has a taser and if we're fighting Cthulhu. Like it sounds like you always say Cthulhu is this horror creature. So I don't think we would have to hold back much if we go against Cthulhu versus if you're fighting against the taser guy.
I think you're onto something there for sure.
Okay. Who wants to go first for the punch?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So there's probably I get one of those like hand cover things, right? And so I put those down and I show Mindy how to line themselves up and how to put their weight behind it, and how to properly hold her hand. Like, okay, Mindy. So watch. You want to make sure your thumb is on the outside. It's really important.
Why?
You could break your thumb or other things that would be bad.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good at all.
Outside. And then
Gotcha. Poke him in the eye. Bam.
kind of, and I. And it's like, yeah, you feel like you can do it. Remember, you gotta put
your back
whole
into
weight
it.
not just your arm. Yeah, you gotta kind of like twist into it. Okay.
Nice.
And
All right.
you want to flip your hand at the very end, so you get all of that power there. So you're hitting straight. Yeah, but yeah. And I'll put the little hand protector. Okay, like so go ahead and try to hit.
I should roll for this, right, Ree?
Yes, it is going to be a strength-based roll. But you're just really throwing a punch at a mostly stationary target, so it's difficulty 2, really. Mostly is not to hurt your hand. And I will say handless assistance can be an asset. So you just need to beat a 3.
Come on, roll 20. Let me down. Nope, 19.
Oh, 19!
19 again!
Wow. Roll 20.
So you follow what Hannah is kind of guiding you towards, and you've noticed that you are a bit more aware of your body now that you have experienced basically being in 2 separate places at once. It's almost given you an extra sense of where your body is in space, and you are able to deliver a very respectable punch.
You're doing it. That was great.
Wow, that felt great. Oh man. Ooh. I'm so excited to do that when there's more than one. Just be like, pow, 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 pow.
If you want to try, we can.
Oh no, it's okay right now. It's still a little tiring. You know, I like to hold off on too much of that.
So what I'm hearing is Fractal's Fractured Fists of Fury.
Ooh, that sounds like an awesome movie.
It's the first spin-off.
But it kind of has my name in it too. Wait, so how did it feel? Like, did it feel like you were like super strong with your punch, or did it feel like kind of like normal?
It felt pretty normal, you know. Like Hannah didn't go flying or anything, so I'm assuming pretty normal.
Yeah, how was the impact? How did the impact feel?
It was normal. It was expected.
It was a normal human punch. You did a great job, Mindy. You did a great job.
Oh, perfect. I ruin your next.
All right, let's do this.
All right, and I walk Rowan through the same steps I walked Mindy through, and kind of help like fix her posture a little bit, or like, just remember you gotta. It's if you think about it like cheerleading or dancing, maybe it's that same sort of, it's being aware of your body and where it's going, but instead of spinning and flipping and stuff like that, it's just moving your body in a different way.
I think
Here
I
you
can. All right. Same roll.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. A 7. My dice are really naughty today.
Take your time, and it's a little bit, a little uncoordinated, not perfect, but you deliver a fine punch.
You did great, both of you. That was so good.
How did it feel?
Like
I
like
mean,
a punch.
yeah, like I hit something.
So if that punch was to go against a security guard's face, they were hurt really bad, right?
I might give him a black eye.
Okay,
Might
that's
give him a
okay.
bruise. I don't know.
It probably would depend on the security guard.
Yeah.
Maybe
Guys,
a smaller person,
yeah,
but
some of those guys are
you
pretty
did
big.
so great.
So I'm a bit nervous if I try to. What should I try to punch? Because if I'm not sure if my strength is like just for picking up stuff, or if I hit really hard too.
Well, she's got a pad.
You can try it. What's the worst that could happen? That's what Mindy always says.
Exactly. See?
Okay. um, are you sure?
Well, if it seems like you think that maybe it's gonna be too hard and you might hurt me, then maybe pull it back a little bit at the last second and don't follow all the way through. But I trust you.
Okay.
We're teenagers, of course. I think it's a good idea.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Oh, we're about to have a true Kevin Hart moment in here. Okay, what's the difficulty?
I'm actually going to do a GM intrusion on
Of
this.
course you would. Of course you would. Of course you would. Why am I not surprised?
So, as Cammy, you attempt to kind of hold back as much of your strength as possible, but as you kind of go into the motions, your hand hit the bag, and then the chain holding the bag to the ceiling is ripped out. And in that moment of kind of contact, Hannah, I need for you to make me a mic defense roll.
Me?
Why was he punching the bag? I thought he was punching.
Yeah, I
the-
thought. He was punching the pads on my hand.
Yeah.
Sure. You can make a mic defense roll anyway. It's fine.
But I do get to ease this +1 on my defense. So what do I need to hit?
What is the maximum difficulty reduction that Cammy can do at any one time, not counting effort?
The maximum difficulty reduction?
Not counting effort.
Not counting effort? 7.
It is 7.
That's 21.
I checked.
Okay, but I get to bring it down 1, so that's a 6. So I need to roll an 18.
That's it.
You are welcome to spend effort. You need to roll 18. You can spend the effort to reduce it further,
Yeah.
or you can attempt to move out of the way if you wish to use speed defense instead.
Ooh. Actually, yes. I think I noticed because I can ease a speed defense by 2, which would bring it to a 5. So yes, I think I see Cammy gearing up, and I can see how they're not entirely certain about their own ability to restrain, and in that split second of, oh no, I've made a huge mistake, I do try to bring the hand that the punch is coming towards down and duck sideways out of the way at the last second.
Good. We're not trying to be Rocky Balboa here.
And then I'm
What?
also going to spend an effort to ease it down again to a 4.
Okay. So you need a 12 or better on the dice.
No, I like you. You're my, yeah, you're my good one.
This dice is on.
Oh
That was
no!
a 10.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
You can push the roll, because you get to make a secondary roll, all with the same statistics. But if you fail, the potential consequences will be worse.
Wait, who's getting this Jimmy Chuchi? This is falling on me, or is it falling on Hannah, or both of us?
Originally, it was on you, but now it's kind of on the two of you together. Honestly, this is going to be bad for it's really a group. It's a team intrusion.
I mean, yeah, I do want to push the roll.
All right, make another roll.
Ain't got no quitters here.
Go d4.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's always the best.
That's 11. Oh my!
Unfortunate.
You went from a 10 to 11. You were 1 away.
Unfortunate.
Nailed it.
So, as Cammy goes through the motions, Cammy does hold back, but it is very difficult to kind of measure the accurate strength required for the two of you. And Hannah, your instincts from training over time tells you that almost at the last minute that taking the hit directly would not be the best idea. However, instead you attempt to brace your hand in glove with kind of the other hand in your body as a whole. And as Cammy's fist slams into yours, you can feel the gloves you're wearing basically implode on themselves inward, and the rest of you see as Hannah is forced back almost 10 feet. And I will say it is up to Hannah. Do you attempt to let yourself fall, or do you want to fall with the hit, or attempt to stop it directly? Each one will have a different outcome.
Oh,
WWHD.
I think I'm trained in balancing, and so I'm wondering if part of that could be interpreted as I'm also trained in falling, because I do know that like that is a big thing that they do teach you in martial arts, is how to fall appropriately without hurting yourself. And part of my mind's like, oh, it's like the lack of balance and how to move your body and that kinesthetic awareness. So can I balance myself to fall appropriately, ducking out of the
Sure.
They roll, baby. They roll.
I will allow it. I will allow it. So instead of trying to stop Cammy's force, you take the hit and let it turn you, and almost like a top, you are sent backwards and spinning to the side. And as almost visibly as the force kind of bleeds away, you feel the actual gloves almost separate into a kaleidoscope, or almost a wrapping in the air around your hands before you hit the ground, and the wall behind you gains a almost half an inch depression.
Oh my God, Hannah, are you okay? And then Cammy will quickly run over to where Hannah is. It's like, are you? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We knew this could happen. Oh no, he's gonna be so mad at me. I'm looking at the wall. Am I physically hurt? I don't care about but it's like, is my wrist broken or is my hand broken? Like, do I have any like?
Your hands are not broken. There are some aches, and you can feel pain in the fingers and the wrists. But thankfully, you decided not to attempt to take the full force with your body, instead letting it kind of push you away. So you think you may have some aches in the arm, and you can still feel the impact up through your shoulder, but you don't think anything is broken.
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. Nothing like some Advil or something won't fix. Oh no, I'm okay. Are you okay? I think you were right. The woods were a better idea.
Yeah, I don't have any money to fix this.
No, no, I wasn't gonna ask you to. I'll figure something out. Um, I'll probably have to work it off by teaching the white belts. That could be a thing I could do in the free time between infiltrating various tech companies, starting a social media empire, going to school, and being a student and fighting an intergalactic war. I can pick up more
No
teaching
pressure though.
classes.
Oh, oh, I would have helped in some way. I know what you did had all of this by yourself. Maybe like, maybe they could, maybe I can help somewhere. I could paint this. Maybe I don't know how. What would you put in here to fix this hole? I don't even know where to start.
Rowan, Mindy.
Do you have any powers that can fix this? Like, can you like rewind time?
No.
That would be cool. But yeah, no.
Could you teleport the wall back to how it used to be?
Nope. I don't think that's how that works.
Are we talking like a brick wall, like a metal wall, like what is the material of said wall?
Plaster.
Teleport the wall.
Yeah, so it's just like a body-shaped indentation.
Yeah,
It's about the size of a fist. It's not a full body. No, it's
be
more
like
of a
a-
fist.
It'd be like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Oh, I thought I Wile Coyote.
Yeah,
the
same
wall,
here.
and
Same
there is
here.
a
Okay.
No,
planet-shaped
it
thing.
is.
Okay.
It is. To be clear, it is the force of Cammy's hit bled off of you and then continued into the wall behind you.
Wow. Okay, well, at least it's not that big. It's only a small hole. So,
Just a flesh wound.
otherwise that'd be really hard to explain if it was like bigger. Like, how would we explain a massive body-shaped hole in a wall? But as long as it's just a fist, I think we could just say that a person just missed it, hit the wall.
Yeah, I'm sure that's happened before, right? And it's an easy enough hole to fix. We could fix it. We could fix it. Okay,
Yeah.
we could fix it. We could fix it. I probably still owe a lot of white belt classes, but yeah, we could fix it. We could fix it.
So, okay, so it's good to know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that this happened. But at least now I know that cause I'll be honest, I kind of thought that I was just made to pick up things and you were made to hit things. But now I know if I hit something, it would be very bad. Oh, that means if a kid tries to pick on me in school, uh-oh. How do I hit them and not end up, and then they'll point to the wall. I don't want the kid to end up like that.
Don't hit him?
Think we just need more practice, maybe?
I don't want to get hit in return. Like, if they hit me, I don't want to, like, well, not especially now that I can defend myself. I don't want to be like a punching bag where they could just hit me the entire time. I want to be able to stop it.
Well, I mean, you can stop it.
But then they'll end up like this.
Well, you don't have to. You just have to learn how to, hold back a little bit.
How do you all hold back your gifts? Like, do you do you all have any pointers? Like when
Well,
you fly or when you teleport, do you know how to like control it?
I mean, yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be able to teleport home, right?
True. What do you do?
I mean, the whole ambulance thing, that was that was a debacle. But you know, that was a lot more. I thought maybe I could just teleport people, but then a whole vehicle, like, that was cool, but you know, it definitely needs more practice because I want to wind up in a, I don't know, hole in the ground again.
Air.
What about you, Rowan? How do you normally control what you do? Like, what do you? Is there like a something you think about? Is there something you feel? Like, how do you be like, okay, I want to turn on fire, but I don't want to burn everything around me? Like, how do you do that?
Well, it's kind of like you know, I just think about it and I go, we're not going to do that.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
How is
I
my
mean, it's like
anything?
anything else. You just learn to tell it no.
Yeah, it's the KISS method, you know. Keep it
That-
simple, stupid.
It's like, you know how whenever your brain gets like an impulse to do something and you have to go brain no?
Hmm.
Yes. So it's like that, but with
Yeah.
a punch. I just have to tell my punch, don't do
Yeah.
that, and then it should do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can smack somebody pretty hard, but like I can also just lightly like tap people. It's all about just,
Hmm.
you know, figuring out your strength and your
Yeah, you know.
intent.
Hmm.
Oh.
So if you
Okay.
wanted to like knock somebody's blocks off, then you could, but if you wanted just to give them like a warning tap, you could as well.
Okay. Okay.
Train your fists for warning tap.
Warning tap.
Yeah, you know, like just like treat it like, you know, if it's a bully, you know, treat it more like you're just playing around.
Like a
You
warning
know.
tap. Like, hey,
Yeah.
stop it. And then when Cthulhu comes in and there's no more warning tap.
No.
It's full tap.
Just I hope not.
No, it is knock their blocks off them.
Yeah.
Ah, you all are so smart. I'm so glad I have you all as friends. Okay.
So since we've put a hole in the wall, is this when we flee the scene?
Yeah, I think I'd need to leave a note and send a text message. But yeah, it's probably time to go.
But wait, but I thought Mindy needed to practice like the teleport. Cause she was teleport. You said it was a debacle, so maybe we should try teleporting something smaller object and see if that works.
I mean, I've teleported people before. Multiple
people-
people.
So
We don't
it's
have
is
anything.
it?
There's an ambulance here.
Yeah. So because but ambulance, I'm assuming is big. So maybe that was the problem. So maybe if it's people. Wait.
Well-
So have you tried teleporting like a pencil or like a pen?
Well, why don't you try with the bag that Cammy knocked off?
Yeah. Like teleport
Alright.
to a different area in the room.
Okay, sure, why not?
As Mindy would say, what's the worst that could happen?
That's true. Definitely not as much as an ambulance full of people.
Let's risk.
That's the noise it makes.
Amazing.
They gotta focus on this. Oh.
I'm sorry, the idea of Mindy meditating is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, God.
Now let me look up the exact wording. Alright. So I will say you're trying to modify. I'll say make me an intellect roll at difficulty 4. A little bit more difficult. Because it's still
4
teleporting
gloves?
things. Still teleporting things, but the teleport power is meant for you and
True.
not items.
It's true.
And
It
everything
specifically says it's like,
a-
well, it doesn't say you can't do other stuff. It just says it's, you know, teleports you and other people. So
And officially, there are
That's-
other powers for what you only do. So you have to try to change what this power does.
try
So it'll be
extra
difficult.
hard. With enough practice, can you eventually make it easier to do it, or is it always just like the same extra difficulty?
There are rules for that, and if you keep changing the power, then things will happen.
Interesting.
Ooh. See, this is why I like to practice scenes like this.
Well, as Mindy's trying to do a good job this time, better than the ambulance.
Let's try.
She's gonna push it a little bit and be like, okay, we got this time. We got this. We got this. Focus on bringing it down to a 3. What's the difficulty? I think, or what's the difficulty for a 3? I forgot.
9.
9.
9. Okay. Oh.
Oh.
6.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna push it for. Can I push it for extra consequences?
Of course.
The glove gets stuck in somebody's hand.
Now, here's the question: if I push it for extra consequences, do I have to spend another point of intelligence if I wanted to like?
You have
Or
to
is it just
spend
trying-
everything. If you want to have to spend everything that you spent the first time to get the same details all around.
Right. So it's a totally separate resource based roll then.
Yes.
Okay. Fuck it. It's the end of the episode. Sure. Come on. Oh, so close. Ah!
I feel the pain. I feel the pain.
That was an 8, which is not enough.
That's true. That is true. It's
So-
not 9.
What's going to happen as you reach out and you begin to force this item through space? This is the first time you have seen this occur from kind of an outsider third party perspective, and you watch as space condenses down to a needle-like point around the bag. And when it expands, it doesn't so much as leave its current position as it fractals into many pieces that all explode outwards.
Roll
Can I
credits.
have everyone make me a speed defense roll to avoid being hit? Or a might defense roll if you want to be hit and have absorbed the damage. And
what just happened?
Oh, I made the bag explode.
I will take the might defense as I have resilience.
All right. The difficulty is 5.
What are we doing?
Even with my resilience?
It's base 5, and then it'll be modified based on your individual character stats. So while you had stepped away for a moment, the bag condensed down to a point, but instead of reappearing at another location, space seemed to almost explode outward, sending hardened debris in every direction, which you all are trying to avoid or letting hit you.
So is the
Depending on your
default
choice.
roll a 5 for speed as well?
Yes, 5 for speed or might.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
I'm also gonna spend a point of effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a point of effort on might.
yeah, I'm just going to we're just going to spend a point of effort, and then now it'll be might defense, and I will have to roll.
It just brings mine to a 4, which is better than a
Me at
5.
3.
Right.
12.
What you get?
Yeah, 14.
I was gonna say like, what you get, a 4? I was like, you don't scare me like that. Okay.
Is 4?
Right.
Wait, what's the difficulty for a 4? Is it 15?
12. 4 is
okay, yeah,
12.
14.
I need new dice, guys. This is
Nailed it.
anxiety.
A 12 is great.
Hannah.
No,
What
I got a
did you
14.
get on the
difficulty
dice?
was as well.
Uh-oh. What was
Oh,
Hannah's
wait, was
face?
that?
So
was
I
that
have
face?
+2 in speed defense, which would have lowered that to a 3. So I needed to roll a 9. I rolled a 1, and so
Oh, that's the GM that choose you without any points. Oh no,
Excellent.
that's the one.
but
Very
I do,
nice.
I do have a thought of something that I would like to do to attempt to mitigate this. To see if maybe I could do that, but I figure everyone else wants to get resolved first.
It's fine. Do your thing.
So, I'll take care of the three of you first, as this bag explodes, ruined Mindy and Cammy. You are hit by the kind of fabric outer section and intersections of this bag as it kind of hits you, and it feels like being hit with a very strong punch. It's almost as if the impact hits you square in the chest, and for a moment you forget that this had been a bag, that it hadn't been a fully heavy object. But thankfully, you avoid any serious injuries. For Cammy, it was very little. It wasn't much of a problem at all. For Hannah, however, what did you want to say?
So I have that new thing that I picked up when we tiered up. So really, this depends on what is the size of the object that is hurling towards me.
So
What part of the bag is coming at me?
So when the bag explodes, the metal hook that had been connecting it to the ceiling previously kind of explodes and shatters almost into fragments from a hand grenade or some similar object, and those pieces end up flying towards Hannah.
All right, I don't think this will work because it is specifically for a single object, and I have several objects floating at me, but I would...
What would you like to do?
So, in a perfect world, I wanted to use fetch, and the biggest piece of shrapnel that's coming towards me, as I see it flying, I want it to, as it's flying towards me, I want to send it off, like, to the side away. Like, basically, like, you see, if I could pull this off, the way it would look is the largest piece of metal that's flying towards my face or torso. You see, like, my hand sort of reaches out in kind of like a move to, like, deflect it or pushing it away, and, like, my arm and wrist start to glow. What primary color would you have associated with Maribek? Like, what was her,
Makiba.
like, sort of... I'm sorry,
Makiba.
who?
Makiba.
Yeah, Makiba. What was the sort of, like, was she, like, gold
Purple.
or blue? Or she was purple. Okay, so you see this sort of that same sort of purple color energy kind of go from my elbow up to my fingers as I kind of move my arm away, but without it ever touching that largest piece of shrapnel. It flies off to the side in next to my feet harmlessly while I take the rest of the shrapnel damage.
So this is what I will say. You can spend a point of experience to do a player intrusion to alter the event.
Experience. I spent it all to get my new cool stuff.
We both got one from the GM intrusion.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I will then. I will be back at 0. Yes, thank you. Yes.
So, as this happens, for just a moment, Hannah, as possibility is still undecided, you feel a hand almost gently caress yours, and in what seems like an infinitely expanding moment, you see all possible outcomes of this event. And for just a brief moment, you see the explosion of this bag sending shards of metal slicing into you, only for this hand to condense the fragments back into an object that looks a bit like a hook. and instead of it flying toward you, it stops in the palm of your hand. For Rowan, Mindy, and Cammy, it's so quick that you aren't entirely sure if you see it, but almost framing Hannah's body is the blue-black outline of a woman. She's very similar to the woman you met with earlier, the one who started you on this journey, though she looks almost younger. And for just this moment, fate has been changed. And I think that is where we will end our adventure for the evening.
Oh, nice.
So thank you all for watching. We ended up going a bit longer than normal this week, but that's all good. I think it was definitely worth it. So I thank you all for watching. We're going to go ahead and let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them all over the internet, and then join us next week as we continue our adventure and see just what these wonderful people get themselves into. And we'll start with Kira this time.
Oh crap! I was writing down the notes of the special of the
pay
lady
attention.
that we just came. Okay, it's fine. Just remind. I think I still got it. Yes, I am Kira. Kira 858. As you can tell, this has been an absolute blast. Superhero genres and superheroes in general is among my absolute favorite type of storytelling. So to be involved with a project like that has been incredible. Of course, you can be able to find me on Twitter at TheKira858. You can find me on Twitch at Kira858, as well as on YouTube via The Cook Up TTRPGs, where we have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness. We have been on hiatus for a while, but that's because, speaking of comic books and such, I am working on my own. As you can see in the background, there's a logo in place that says Snowstorm. That's dedicated to my my comic book company called Snowstorm Comics, where we're actually working on our first comic to date. That should be released sometime Q1 of 2024. I guess we're just about finished with the artwork, so yeah, we're super excited about that. But we're also going to be having some TTRPG goodness released also in 2024. So if you want to follow all the new things that we're working on, some release now, some release in the near future, some in the far future, just keep an eye out on Twitter at TheKira858. And that's me as I go back to try to remember what I would try to put down all these notes.
All right, next up, Sir Monolith.
Yeah, I'm at Sir Monolith on Twitter and Blue Sky, and pretty much you can just find me here causing trouble on a regular basis. So keep an eye out. Looking forward to the next party and see what happens next week, and then interested to see what happens the week after that.
All right, next up, Diachromaniac.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me places at Diachromaniac, and yeah, this was fun. Crazy magic powers! Yay! Let's go.
All right, next up, Ari.
For once, he's called me by my name and not Small Shadow Snack. Hi, I am Ari. I also am here to cause Ree'stable, and it is great because I get to watch how many times we get to him to facepalm. But you can find me and on the Twitter at Small Shadow Snack. I am also over on Blue Sky at Aurelia Crane. I don't really do much over on either one of them because. But I'm also a partner over in the Gremlin Collective, and we are running Undead in Dallas every Sunday. For the next, I think we just aired episode 5, so we got 4 more weeks. Yeah, this is a great time. Also come back and then tune in next week while we continue to make facepalm.
All right, and if you are someone who enjoys reading, please feel free to go over to ReeRoles / the Obsidian Kingdom to join the adventure of one Dartarius Solomon Maximilian as he attempts to forge a kingdom that will stand the test of time. But that is all for us today, and join us next week as we continue this adventure.
Is his name Damn? Damn.